Okay guys, quick video off the cuff, totally. I just got back from Siesta Key Village, and as I'm driving through, I'm seeing signs that say we want to incorporate. What that means is they want to become their own government, essentially, and not be part of Sarasota County. And let me tell you why this is never going to happen, because once they would incorporate and not be part of the county anymore, they would lose the protection that currently they're under, that says you have to have a minimum lease period of 30 days for residential single-family zone properties. People that live in those properties on the island do not like rental properties, so they're never going to allow for that. Everybody says here, you know, we don't want to become like Miami, but what would happen essentially is you would become like Miami, where you got one side of the street that has short-term rentals, and on the other side it's 30-day minimum lease period. That's not going to happen in Siesta Key, I can promise you. So for that reason, it's not going to pass. Now I could be wrong about that, but if I am, you can replay this video, but I don't think I am going to be wrong about that. So as we're on the subject, Sarasota County, single family zone properties, 30-day minimum lease period. If it's not in an association, if it isn't an association, it could be more restrictive than that. Associations could only be more restrictive, not less restrictive in terms of minimum lease periods. Okay, so if it's zoned residential multifamily, or if you're looking on Zillow and you see zoning RMF, for example, a condominium and some villas, you can have as little as a nightly rental as long as the association allows for it. So it's very important to keep up with these things. I mean, people come to me all the time and say, Ryan, I want to buy an Airbnb. What does that mean exactly? How do you want to rent it? Do you want to rent it short-term, monthly, long-term? You know, do you want to do a seasonal rental? How do you want to do it? Do you want to use it yourself? When do you want to use it yourself? Where do you want to buy it? Because that's going to determine how you can rent it. Manatee County, super loosey-goosey, single-family home, no restriction on minimum lease period. However, you can be in Bradenton or Anna Maria Island, and you know, within those jurisdictions, you could have more restrictive minimum lease periods than the county at large. It's a lot to keep up with. I can promise you, most people in my business don't keep up with this like I do, but I can promise you, if you come to me and you say you want to buy something, I'm going to ask you all the pertinent questions so I can know exactly how you want to rent this place out, how you intend to use it, and know that you have to know the rules going into it, because you know, people get away with breaking the rules all the time, but all it takes is one neighbor to complain and say, hey, they got this place rented out nightly and it's a single family property, and Sarasota County is going to shut it down. And I can promise you they're becoming, you know, very strict on cracking down on Airbnbs. So, which is not a bad thing, by the way, because it does keep property values in check if you're trying to buy something to live in the county. So that's a whole other issue. But I hope you guys got some value out of the video. And if you have any questions about buying an investment property, don't hesitate to reach out to me, 941-777-5264. Have a great day.